You know, I just want to let you know how much I admire you as a person and the words of wisdom that you have. It's really an inspiration to me. We can all agree that behavior like that is despicable, right? I mean, it's downright infuriating when someone tries to curry your favor by praising you to your face, and then behind your back, then it's a whole different story. Then their true colors come out. It's very difficult sometimes to find out what people really think about you unless you get a rare opportunity to see them when they think no one else sees them. And that's what we're going to show you in this video when it comes to the Liberals and their real attitude toward Indigenous peoples and their stated desire to consult with First Nations when it comes to Bill C-21. They already got stung once about this when they didn't consult with them, and it came and blew back on them, and they had to withdraw certain amendments.
I will acknowledge there was not enough consultation. There were not enough conversations with Indigenous peoples across the country.
So then they say, okay, yeah, we're going to step back. Now we're going to have some more meetings, and we're going to consult with First Nations.
Is this an acknowledgement that those amendments were flawed?
No, it's an acknowledgement that we need to be listening to Canadians, and that's what we're going to do. I don't know. That's why we're having 4 meetings, to listen.
Well, something went just a little bit wrong when they did it this time. A little bit of a technical glitch caught them with their pants down. Because what happens in these meetings is they have a camera set for everybody in the meeting. And the individual from the Northwest Territories, an elder, he was giving his testimony and advice to the politicians, and he forgot to turn his camera on. So his face wasn't going to be shown, just his voice. And well, what normally happens at these meetings, they have the camera set up so that when they're recording, then as soon as someone is speaking remote, then their face is on the recording. But since he forgot to turn his camera on, where was the camera pointed? It was pointed at a place that it very rarely is pointed, at the whole room, showing everyone seated there and what they're doing. So, what were the Liberals doing while this elder was telling his side of the story on how Bill C-21 affects First Nations peoples? I mean, they said they really want to hear from him, didn't they?
We genuinely want to listen.
Well, we're going to find out what they really think. Check this out. Okay, let's take a look at this then.
5 minutes, please. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. First of all, I would like to thank you for the invitation to present to this committee. I would like to also express our appreciation to our Member of Parliament, Lori Idlout, for her work in representing the issues of Nunavut with respect to the proposed amendments to Bill C-21. For hunting and for the safety on the land would have made us criminals in our land, in our country.
Yawning.
Many of the proposed firearms, there are 1,500 of them, approximately listed in the amendments, have become a necessary part of our culture.
He's got no time for this.
Protection from aggressive wildlife and allow
they're not there to listen. They really are.
Conflicts that we
and there's only 3 of them in all.
Legal firearms.
Oh, now we've got to have a little chit chat.
Allows us to maintain our own food security and personal safety.
Yeah, because Pam really wants to listen.
To see where we go forward. So I'm not going to commit to anything that will be done. We're going to listen in those 4 meetings and see what we need to do following that, in consultation with the other parties, in consultation with Indigenous peoples.
Do some examples. The hunters use firearms to deter away aggressive.
Call this consultation.
Bear, in this case,
this is just going through the motions, folks.
Take more than several shots.
5 Conservatives on the right side.
Ward them off.
There's 2
if a
Liberals.
Bear cannot be scared
and the
off,
2 Liberals
to charge a hunter,
are not engaged in this at all.
Peace of mind and it would have caused
Oh, here
hardship
comes
to
Talib.
Nunavut
He's
Meal.
got his coffee now.
Inuit respect their firearms. It is a tool for
Now maybe he's
survival.
going to start really
Gun
listening, I
owners
guess.
in
Eh?
Nunavut are licensed with a background
Oh,
check
no,
and
no,
renewal every
they're
5
not
years.
interested in this.
A national ban on
Bam's
hunting
probably falling
rifles that
asleep.
allows us to maintain our own food
Dave and
security
his
by
friend there,
hunting
they
and
got a-
personal security
Yeah.
while maintaining a
They're
cultural
getting paid
lifestyle on the
$200,000
land
a year
is continued
of our taxpayers'
colonialism
money for
and
this,
does
right?
not respect our way of life.
I just want to know, before those amendments were brought in, did any communities within your jurisdiction were you ever
See, this is how it
consulted
normally
by the
be
government
showing
of Canada
Joe to
on these amendments and what they would have meant
but
for
he forgot to put
communities
his
like
camera
yours?
on, so they're showing the whole meeting room
Thank you for that,
instead by
and that's
accident.
a negative. No, we were
Liberals
not
are probably not
consulted
gonna let this
on
happen again.
anything on how we would have been affected or impacted. There was absolutely no consultation or information flowing to us in the whole territory of Nunavut here at our level.
So in
Thank you.
other words, the amendments were brought in, and then we saw the Minister of Public Safety make a trip up to the Yukon. So they were brought in, and then consultation happened after the fact, correct? Or an attempt at consultation. I would sort of label it more as engagement, not consultation.
I'm not aware of anything that happened in Yukon
There's these
territory,
two
as I'm in
goofballs, they're
Nunavut,
still
and
yapping it up.
As I am aware,
Pam
there
is
were
gone.
no consultations
She's,
that took place in Nunavut.
wanted to listen so badly.
Thank you for clarifying that and confirming that. Do these amendments, this proposed legislation from the Government of Canada, do they satisfy the principles of the government's previous bill in Bill C-15 when it is attempting to harmonize Canada's laws with the Declaration?
No, they do not. In my opinion, they do not do that.
That's a hard no.
Thank you, Chair. This first question will be for Mr. Savikatak. Sir, I had the privilege and the honor of
Those
coming
two
up
guys
last
still
summer to
yapping.
Iqaluit. Spent a couple days.
I'm
It was a
including
great
this
learning
here
experience. And one of those
I've
days,
had
we
to
went
edit
out with
this down a
a
little bit
local
for time,
gentleman for a
leave
seal
this in
harvest.
here because this is
It was a long day.
showing what
It
a
was on
politician
boat
should be
on a
doing,
very cold lake.
being in
It was
contact
windy. It
with,
was just an eye-opening
with,
experience. But he was
citizens
successful in
to-
getting a
to
seal
know
that
what their
day.
way of
It took
life
a long
is.
time to get one. Not quite
This
as
is
easy
something
as
these
I
liberals
would
have
thought,
no
and they
idea
harvested
about.
them with a long rifle. I don't have the caliber what the gun was at the time. But upon return back to the community, it was just heartwarming to see, once we got back to his home, to see his wife come running out with excitement that he had been able to get this seal. And even his children came out and watched and helped him dress that seal. They were going to be using every single part of that seal
Should
for
maybe
feeding
get
their
Pam and
family,
Talib to help
for
them
even making
field dress
mittens.
that seal next time.
Anything left
eh?
over was going to go to the dogs.
learn a thing or two.
That they had for the wintertime transportation. Could you maybe expand on just how important the hunting is and lifestyle in the community up there? Because I also did take the time to go to a grocery store when I was up there. I was astounded at the prices. Perhaps you could just expand on that a
Used
little
to
bit.
live in the
sir?
Yukon. I know the prices are high there too.
Yes, thank you very much. And well, I'd like to thank you for coming to Nunavut, and I encourage everyone that's here
Well,
listening.
now we're down to
serious
just
issue up here in
Talib
Nunavut.
there.
Thank you.
Pam is gone.
Thank you,
The
sir.
other
Thank
guy's
you,
gone.
Mr. Shipley.
You know, I think you bring this important perspective from Indigenous
tax
communities,
dollars at
and,
work,
and
eh?
I guess maybe if you wanted to offer your final thoughts, you've heard the concerns from people regarding firearms violence. I guess what's your message to other parts of Canada and to the government of Canada? Like, do you have any perspectives on a way forward that balances that need with public safety, but also respecting the rights of Indigenous communities and hunters in your territory? Do you have any thoughts on what the best way forward in tackling this very big issue might be?
Thank you, Mr. Gregor. Yes, I know I respect everyone. On
Still
all
one
their
guy
views and
on
their
the Liberal
stance and
side.
their thoughts, but
This
it's
is
very
the
easy
Liberals
for someone who's
being
living down
so
south in the
eager
urban
to
area
listen
where they're
to
connected
First
to
Nations
highways and grocery stores and all that. They could just
this
pick up
issue.
food that
They never
that
consulted at all
firearms,
with
they
them.
don't need them.
Now they say they're
have
consulting.
no use
This
for them.
is
Well, we're
Consulting.
going to have 4 more meetings. We're going to be listening to people.
But
Well,
we're
they
in a
have
different
4 more
world up
meetings
here
just
where
so they
we
can
depend on the
listen.
firearms. That's
Because
how
the first
we
time
get
they
food.
didn't
It's
listen
almost
enough.
equivalent
So
to
now,
you going to your
here's
grocery
your
store
4 more
to get what
meetings.
you need to survive.
They're
Well,
amending
a
their
firearm
ways.
provides that for us, and it's so important for us to keep doing that. But please keep in mind
yes,
to
we've
the
got 2
government of
people
Canada
now.
that when
Neither of
we
them are
should be consulted
listening or
if
paying
we're going to be
attention
effective,
anyways, but
because with this we are the
it's all
most
formality.
impacted ones in this country. Thank you.
So, there you have it, folks. That's the Liberal Party behind the scenes when they think you're not looking. Don't need to say any more. This party's got to go. Away Native Chronicles. God bless. Catch you next time. Forward to hearing your comments in the comment section. And we'll just keep at this, folks, until we get this right. Did you like this video? If you did, I think you're gonna like this one right over here. So check it out. And I appreciate your subscribing if you haven't done so already. Remember to do that while you're watching this next video. Click like, it all helps us out for this channel. Catch you next time.